in paradise, I kinda like it. I'm paralyzed, why can't I see your face? Feel the same way, why don't you say my name? Yeah, 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 in paradise.
Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Besties podcast. I'm here with my plant-based bestie, Deb. Deb, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, and we have our favorite guest, Neesha from Mrs.
Yay.
Plants. Woo! Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having me.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. So, Neesha, you put out a interesting video, very timely. Recently, I just saw about how to lose 25 pounds of fat by the end of 2025. And at first, I was like, "Well, this is not the time to worry about that." But then I was like, "It kind of is, right?
Yeah.
Because why put yourself in a worse position for 2026?" So I think this kind of goes right in line. What we're going to talk about today, everyone, is just some ways to be bulletproof and prepare yourself for the holidays coming up. And then each of us is just going to give you some tips and on what we do best. And hopefully that'll help you stay solid and stay on track, right?
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah. What I like to do, my first tip that I like to do is just to be intentional about my food during the holidays. And you want to go in with a plan. And if I'm going to an event, holiday party or something, I like to say, how do I want to feel when I'm there afterwards? And just kind of make sure that I have a plan. I want to make sure that I'm going to have something there for me to eat. So I may bring something or I may eat before. So you really want to think it through and not just go willy-nilly into the party and then you're kind of, panicking because you didn't make a plan. I don't know if you guys do that, or what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think we do need planning. And also, I mean, I'm sure Joey or one of you might cover this later, but also like be mindful of what you really want to splurge on and pick treats wisely. Don't just go like, oh, it's holidays, I'm just going to go all in. That all in or nothing mindset is what makes people gain unwanted weight. And then they're struggling come January 1st trying to lose that weight. So pick your treats wisely, something that you've been really wanting for a long time and you can really enjoy it. So savor that and enjoy it, and then try to do your best and pick other healthy meals. That would be my take. That's the way I handle holidays. I don't go crazy
Right.
every single event. I am very careful of how I pick my calories.
Yeah, so not all calories are worth it, right? If it's not the best of something, then don't eat it. And I've been at work before where I absolutely love bagels, right? But and sometimes they'll bring in bagels and cream cheese. But if it's not like the Jewish deli bagels, I don't want them, right? Because if it's those grocery store bagels in those bags, I know if I'm going to take the calories, it better be really good, right? And if they have cream cheese for me and all that. So I agree with you. Not all calories are worth it. You don't have to dig in just because it's there, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And then as far as my exercise during the holidays, I kind of do the mindset of what can I like, I don't want to say minimum, but I kind of play games with myself because a lot of times you don't feel like exercising. It's cold, it's, rainy or snowy or wherever you live. So I always say to myself, I'm just going to go for 10 minutes. And then I usually end up staying longer. But if you can just get to the gym or even just put on a 10-minute video and, don't give so much pressure on yourself that, oh, I've got to do my hour video, all my weights and everything. And then you end up doing nothing because you just are overwhelmed. So I just like to do kind of a movement minimum, go for a walk, maybe get to have some weights at home. You can, practice your bicep curls while you're watching TV and just kind of keep going at a minimum pace if that works for you. But that works for me because I feel like when the time changes here, I feel like I want to go into hibernation and I just could just sit and watch TV. That would be totally fine with me. So I have to just say, okay, you're going to go for 10 minutes. And it always ends up being 30, 40 minutes. And I never regret it.
So have a plan for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, Neesha, what have you got?
Yeah, I absolutely agree there. I would say that keep your workouts short, simple, and compound focused. I know you mentioned biceps curls. That's an isolation exercise. If you don't have the time and you want to get in a quick workout, just stick to compound exercises because they're going to give you the biggest bang for your buck, because they're engaging multiple muscle groups at the same time. So you don't have to isolate an exercise, and just do 15-20 minutes. You don't need to go all out for 1 hour. I just recently put out a workout video on my channel, 20-minute quick and efficient workout movement with all compound moves and just 2 sets of each exercise. As long as the intensity is there, you don't need to go like 3-4 sets. Just 2 sets of each exercise is more than enough. And it's going to help you maintain your muscle, keep your metabolism active during a season when there's high calorie dense food everywhere. And you don't need fancy equipment either. If you can't make it to the gym, just use a pair of adjustable dumbbells at home, and that's all you need. And even sometimes body weight exercises are just as effective, like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges. These are all body weight exercises, as long as you're just putting in enough intensity. With body weight exercises, though, you may need to do higher reps to get the same benefit. But if you have some dumbbells, it's going to help you increase the intensity. So yeah, quick 20-minute workout is plenty, just to keep the habit going and stay on path during the holidays. And there's no excuses there. Anybody can squeeze in 15 to 20 minutes in a day.
Right. Just prioritize your health for sure.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so that Nisha's workout videos scare me.
Why?
She's got those big weights, Deb. Like she's up there with the guys, and I when I watch them, I'm like, oh my god, girl! Like she's not doing the girl weights. So you've been working out for a while, apparently, because you are all in. Like I love watching your videos, and I love the colors of your outfit. The yellow is my favorite, but you are serious about the dumbbells, and so this is coming from someone who's been doing this for a while and gets in there and talks the talk and walks the walk, right?
Right,
For
and you just said it. She's been doing it for a while, so that's why she can lift the heavier weights. You just got to start where you are,
sure.
and don't be intimidated.
Most women get scared. They start to compare their day one to someone else's day 1,000. I didn't get here like in first day. I was lifting 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, just like anyone else does.
Right.
It took me a while to get here. So this is where I'm at now. And it's harder to progress, actually. I'm probably not going to progress for a while with my upper body for a while. It's harder to go up in weights with dumbbell presses compared to squats or lunges. So, so everyone's different. Focus on you and your day one. No one else. Yeah.
But I like the message. Just get your workout in. It doesn't have to be a lot. Do 2 sets, right? 30 minutes, 20 minutes, you're good. Awesome. What I've got here is, as far as diet goes and all that, we all talk about what our calorie goal is for the day, and let's say it's 1,500 calories. So I look at my calorie goals as a week. So if I'm doing 1,500 calories a day, that's about 10,500 calories a week. So I feel like if you have an event coming up, and you feel like you're going to wind up eating more than you need to, I would start planning, like you said, Deb, have a plan, but I would start planning by cutting back my calories for 150 a day, all right, for Monday through Saturday. And then on Sunday's the event. Now I've got an extra, 150 calories I didn't eat every day. That's about, 1,050 calories that I have extra on that one day. And over the week's time, I'm still going to be on target. So, obviously you could not eat and prepare and all that. But if you're one of those people who's like, once you start rolling the snowball downhill, it just picks up speed, right? You can at least plan for that and go in there. And if you look at calories as a week, right, then over the weeks, you're still on track. It's not such a bad thing. And then also when you're there, like you said, you guys pick the food that you're looking forward to, right? Like your aunt's cookies, the once a year casserole. Don't go for that store-bought crap, right? That stuff isn't, you can get that anywhere. There's nothing special about Thanksgiving or holidays or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever if someone bought something at the grocery store. Like I don't want that, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I think another take would be on that, Joy, is I would highly encourage somebody to go on maintenance calories during the holiday. Just stay on maintenance, enjoy the time, cherish it with your loved ones. And once holidays are through, then you can go back into your deficit. So maintenance is a progress. People think maintenance isn't a progress. This is where magic happens. You can make so much progress if you stay on maintenance, because you're not in a surplus. As long as you don't enter surplus, you are still making a progress by maintaining your weight. So stay on maintenance and don't pressure. That way you don't have the pressure of being in a dieting mindset. It's not fun to be always dieting, especially around the holidays. So
Exactly. That's exactly what I do is I do maintenance like November, December. I do still track because it can get away from you, but I don't worry about it. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
All right, Deb, what have you got next?
So I don't know for you guys, but in my life, I'm pretty much the only vegan that I know. So going into non-vegan spaces, I like to have like a survival kit kind of a thing. And I've been vegan for 14 years, so it's pretty easy for me to say no, thank you, whatever. But don't worry about it. You're not being rude if you decline this or that, and you don't have to explain everything to them. But you can just say, no, thank you, I'm good, or I ate before I came. And if they really push you, or because, some people can get kind of pushy, and you can just say, this way of eating works for me. I feel good when I eat this way. I will always bring a dish to share, and it's usually a big hit. Or I will eat before I go if I'm not sure what the situation is. A good like protein and fiber meal. It doesn't have to be a huge meal, but I don't know if you guys are in that situation where you're kind of the lone wolf.
Oh yeah, I'm the only vegan around. Even in my family, I'm the only vegan.
Same.
Vegetarian. My husband is, on and off. So I don't really impose my beliefs on others. I just stay focused on my path. And I am the only vegan wherever I go. So I agree with you, Deb. I plan and I take something that everybody can enjoy. And that way they can also enjoy some vegan food and they don't have to eat always, animal-based products. So it's good to bring a dish that you think that they will enjoy as well. I have good dishes that I like to take on to these events. So yeah, pick one and take it with you. I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I am actually the only actual vegan in my household. Also, my son's a vegetarian. I would say Tim really just eats vegan because I do all the cooking and we eat together. But he comes from a family of hunters and all that. So I don't know when the last time he's had anything with animal products in it. But I like if he went to buy a belt, he wouldn't look to see if it was made of leather or anything, right? I would do that. So I'm truly the only vegan. I know, but I think I like that idea that you bring stuff with you because you also bring, Neesha, right? Like your best dish, right? And then you're hoping people will go, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I have to have the recipe and like convert everyone while you're there, right? Like that's the dream of all of us, right? So
Right.
that for sure.
Yeah, that's our hope anyway.
Yeah.
I also like Nisha, you touched on it, that the all or nothing kind of mindset. And sometimes people will get into a situation and they go, oh, I blew it, so they just throw everything out the window. And it's going to happen, let's face it. You're going to overindulge most likely. But next meal, next day, just get right back on it, and it's not the end of the world. One meal is not going to make or break you.
No, nobody puts on weight overnight. It
Exactly.
accumulates over time. So it's the same thing with fat loss. Nobody's going to, lose weight just by having one decent meal. It takes multiple meals and multiple surpluses to gain weight and multiple deficit to lose weight. So it's not just one meal is not going to make or break anything. So going back to Deb's previous question we touched on about working out during the holidays. So I wanted to say that most people, once they start their day, it tends to get busy. I would say if you want to continue working out during the holidays, just get it out of the way first thing in the morning. That way you have no excuses and you got it done. You woke up early and just 15-20 minutes in and you're done. That way it sets up the tone for the day and you're not going to have to make decisions later on to get your workout in while you have family events going on. And then you can just, it's out of the way. And then I'm sure you'll feel amazing starting the day with something positive, and it's a win for you. So it's going to set the tone for the day, and it's going to help you increase your energy levels, boost your mood, and help you regulate your appetite. And all the incredible helpful, um, and then you can enjoy the holidays and focus on other things. That way you don't have something in the back of your mind bothering you that I got to get my workout in.
Mhm. It's
And
done.
yeah, it's done and it's out of the way. So that would be my take on it. That's how I manage my holidays. I don't make it long, intense workouts. I just quickly get it done first thing in the morning, and then you're done.
Yeah, just set your alarm for 20 minutes earlier and you're good to go. Yeah.
And yeah, I would say one thing though, that during the holidays, don't focus on calorie burn during your workout. You're doing it to keep your routine alive, and
Mhm.
you're maintaining that routine because that's what's going to keep you consistent long term, even during the holidays. So don't think that you got to work out just so that you can burn extra calories that you're about to have later on. Don't do that.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not why we work out.
no.
I also like that doing it in the morning, you've already accomplished something, and now you're less likely to go, oh, I'm going to eat junk because you've just worked really hard for that. Whereas all day, if you're eating junk and then you go to the gym, you're like, no, I've got to burn all that off, and you're working in reverse, right? You
Yeah.
don't have anything to protect yet. But starting in the morning, now you have something to protect all day. So that doesn't work out for everyone. There are days when I'd like to work out early, but then the weekend on Friday and Saturday night, Tim and I go to the gym at 11 p.m. at night. Like
Mm.
we're just we've had a long week, and we've cooked dinner, and now we're relaxing, and we're like, I don't know, we're not ready to go to bed, but there's no one at the gym at 11 p.m. on a Friday or Saturday night, and we're just like, now's the time to go. So if you're worried about waiting for equipment and all that, I mean, whatever time works for you, but morning for sure sets the stage
Mhm.
for success. Absolutely.
Definitely.
All
Yeah.
right. Awesome.
Yeah.
I want my tip here is when you go to these events or even like every day of your life, don't drink your calories. So when you're having like I drink really just water. We have the Berkey water filter. Everything in my house is cold bottles of water. Every night I fill up like bottles of water and they're cold. So I never normally drink anything else. But if you go into a party, choose sparkling water, choose diet sodas. I'm not a proponent of diet sodas, but like if you have no choice, grab the diet soda over the regular soda. At least it's 0 calories. But I mean, don't drink enough of it in your life where now it's a problem, right? Uh, Real serious. Like if you're drinking diet sodas like every day, you've got a problem. That stuff's not good for you. But if you have to make a choice at a party somewhere, drink the diet soda, right? Do flavored seltzers. Do a mocktail like seltzer, lime, and some herbs. Emma and Deb, you and I have talked about this before. Adding alcohol adds calories to your meals and it lowers your inhibition, which leads you to like
Mhm.
eat everything. You and I have
Make bad decisions.
yeah, right. There's no good decisions made on alcohol. You're
Right.
never like, I'm glad I did that, right?
Yeah, and just like taking your own dish, take your own sparkling bottle.
Yes.
That's what I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I always go to every event with my sparkling water, and then
Mhm.
I just ask the host. They always have fresh fruits, just to
Yeah.
make it fancy. I drop some strawberries or blueberries in there, put
Mhm.
it in a champagne glass. That way, nobody is going to bother you why you're not drinking. They'll think that you're drinking, but you're just enjoying your sparkling water. Just sip on that all night, and you save yourself a ton of calories.
Exactly. I
It's
like that.
fun. Deb and Nisha, it's funny how if you're not doing the destructive habits that everyone else is doing, then it's socially unacceptable, right? So you need to be holding something, right? You need to be eating something that everyone else is eating. Otherwise, what's wrong with you? It's socially unacceptable. So,
Yeah, societal pressure of why you
oh,
don't drink. It's
yeah,
like it's funny that in society it's so normal to drink, but it's really abnormal if you don't
yeah,
drink. Like what the hell's
Well,
wrong with you? Why aren't you drinking? Like what?
well, and
I
it
don't
makes it makes them look at themselves too. And
right.
I
yeah.
think that's that they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I just got back from a week in Mexico and I didn't have one alcoholic drink. I was just fine. I had fun and I did drink a couple diet sodas, woo, but and I normally don't, but that was my big splurge. But I don't know, it's not a big deal to me, you know.
Yeah, plus it really, like Joy said, it disrupts your sleep as well, and it's gonna increase your
Yeah.
appetite. You're gonna
Mhm.
make bad decisions, and your next day your energies are gonna be down, so you're not gonna work out. It's a lose-lose situation, and it's disrupting our hormones, especially us ladies over the age of 40. You don't want to drink
Mhm.
at this age. Already our hormones are declining. So many things are changing in our body. And when you add alcohol in the picture, you're not doing yourself a favor by doing that. Like, get rid of it. It's toxic. It's poison to your liver. It's poison for your health. I don't know why society made drinking alcohol such a positive thing. There's nothing positive that comes out of drinking alcohol.
Right. And your fat burning process stops.
Yeah, you can
Because your
shut
body,
that down because
your
your body
body,
is
yeah,
prioritizing alcohol. It
right,
wants
exactly.
to do
It's
because
a
it's
poison. Yeah.
Yeah. So kids don't drink. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But what's your third topic there?
Well, I also like to use social events for more connection than consumption,
Right.
and maybe do things that aren't related to food. Maybe, play board games, have a good conversation with someone, maybe just go on a walk, do some dancing, maybe go look at the Christmas lights. I mean, there's other things you can do. It doesn't always have to be centered around food. And maybe just bring up, hey, can we do something that's, can we go for a walk, and instead of going to Starbucks or whatever. So I like to do that, and then that way you get to have a connection with people.
Yeah, because it's a lifestyle, right? It's not a 2-week sprint, and it's not an all in or nothing challenge. So it's good. Like, keep your habits going. That's how we stay consistent. That's how you don't fall off the wagon and start all over January 1st. Keep your good habits going, and whatever you can, every little thing counts. Definitely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And Neesha, what do you have for your third up one?
I think third one we already covered. It was the all or nothing mindset around food. So that's what I had. I think we covered that. So I'm good.
And I think really the idea of that one is progress over perfection, right? Like
100%.
little steps, right?
Yeah.
That's really, and we've said that over and over again. I think you've said my third one here, which is maintenance is a win, right? So we're all like calorie deficit. And like you said, just switching to maintenance during this period is fine. So you won't gain weight. So I guess I'll throw in another one, which will give us 10 tips. Use the 80-20 holiday rule, right? Make sure 80% of what you're doing is aligned with your goals, and allow yourself a little flexible enjoyment, which would be the maintenance thing, right? This keeps things like sane and sustainable. Like, you're not going to be able to sustain it if it's 100% all the time, go, 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 right? You need to have some time to back away a little bit and reflect and enjoy, so you can have something to go back to, don't you think?
I agree. And I also like to set like maybe micro goals that you're going to do during the holiday. Like, I'm going to drink, X amount of water, every day, or I'm going to eat veggies at every meal. Just little things that kind of propel you forward. There's nothing worse as waking up January 1st and you just feel like crap, and you got 10 pounds on you, and you're just like, again, it happened again. So let's try to avoid that this year, people. Just let everything we're saying, keep it simple.
Ties back to pick your treats wisely. You don't have to go all crazy during the holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday, not a holiday week, not a holiday month.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole end of the year thing reminds me of one time Tim was doing a weight loss challenge at work, and it was going to start on Monday. So, and they wanted to see who could lose the most weight. I'm sure you've heard this before. So on Saturday and Sunday, he's eating as much as he can to get his weight up. Right. And that's kind of the end of the year. And then January 1st, you're like, okay, now I'm like, it's so crazy, right? And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I got to get my weight up, so when I'm starting, I'm a higher weight, so I've lost my weight. And I'm like, that's absurd, right? Why were we doing that? But that's kind of the mentality, right? I'll eat it over the holidays. On January 1st, I'll dig in, right? Like, no, if you can't plan
And
that.
regarding the weight gain, right, during the holidays, it's not all fat, guys. It's the extra food, it's the glycogen storage, the water weight that you're gaining from all the extra food you ate. So it's not all fat that you're gaining. So that's why I don't like scales, because they don't give you the full picture, right? So holiday, like when I go out during the holidays, and if let's say you went out last night and you had a really heavy carb meal and you ate out at a restaurant, the next morning when you get on the scale, your scale is going to go up. And it's because it's sodium retention, water weight from that extra glycogen you ate the night before. It's not like I put on fat overnight. So it doesn't work that way. So don't get upset if your scale is showing a little bit higher than usual. It's just water weight. It takes about 3 to 4 days to go back down again. So give yourself some time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and I think that's one of the things with like when we eat a lot of carbohydrates because a lot of our vegan food is carbohydrate rich, and carbohydrates hold a lot more water than regular
Mhm.
food. So when people are like on keto, oh wow, I lost 10 pounds this month. Yeah, because you have less carbohydrates, so you lost a bunch of water. You didn't lose any
Mhm.
fat, right? So we have to keep remembering that. All right, so some pretty good tips here, ladies. So Nisha, we love that you're with us again. Can you tell us some of the things you're offering to some of your viewers and how they can find you?
Yes, yeah, I have my own channel, mrsslimonplants.com. That's how you can find me on YouTube, and that's my website as well. I offer one-on-one online fitness and nutrition coaching if you choose to work with me. And I also offer custom meal plans or standard meal plans and workout programs. Everything is available on my website at mrsslimonplants.com.
I had a trainer, as you know, for a year, and it changed my life. It changed everything. And I was already kind of I thought, an expert on food and what I eat. And until had a trainer expecting me to show up and pushing me, and I had no idea. And it changed everything. It was worth the
People
money.
underestimate our values.
Yes. Well, yeah, I always did, like until I didn't, until I needed it, and that was it. So I cherish everything, and it was money well spent.
Right.
All right, late.
We all need coaches. I mean,
Oh yeah,
even like professional athletes have
yeah,
coaches and they're at the top of their game. So I think it's well worth it.
yeah. I follow bodybuilders online on YouTube, and they're going to a show, and they're and they're on the phone with their coach, like they're professionals. They're going
Hmm.
to win this thing. And they have a coach going, yeah, let me show you, let me see, show me some pictures. All right, here's what I want you to do to make sure we get this. And even they're like, go you getting help. If they're getting help, then it's okay for us to get help, don't you think?
Exactly. Yeah,
All right.
100%.
Great conversation today. I'm very excited. We thank you guys for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, please leave a review and give us a 5 star and a thumbs up. All right. We thank you for your time. Let's give them a goodbye, ladies. We'll see you next
Thank
time.
you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
It's my plant-based
Bye.
bestie. So
Bye.
good to
Thanks,
see you guys.
Neesha.
Bye bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Neesha. Thanks. It was amazing. Take care, Deb. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah,